Hotline League is brought to you by OMEN by HP. But we don't have time for that yet because Sportsmanship has joined the call. Sportsmanship, great name, by the way. Just a fantastic name. Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from, Sportsmanship?
Did he die?
He did.
Oh, guys, no, I'm here. I'm good. Sorry, my headset. I just unplugged the charger.
Okay, that's fine. Where are you calling from?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from North Carolina. I live at the beach in this cool little university town.
Nice. Petey Pablo fan?
I'm not I don't even know what that is.
Damn.
Nice.
Only 90s kids will know, man.
So,
or I guess that's early 2000s? I don't know. Rise up? I don't know.
Anyway,
sorry.
What do you want to talk about while Kelby's going crazy?
All right, so I wanted to get into the stratification of the NALCS and specifically the mid-tier, which I think is interesting and not talked about as much as the top teams and the bottom teams, where I think right now we've got TSM, TL, Echo Fox, and C9 at the top. You've got FlyQuest, Golden Guardians, and Optic at the bottom. And then right in the middle of the top four and the bottom three, you've got CLG, 100T, and Clutch Gaming. And I think these are teams that aren't going to be able to compete at all in playoffs with the top four, and they're going to consistently beat the bottom three. And I think 100T is going to burn out towards the end of the split too, because I think Meteos, Ryu, and Afremu all have problems with burnout. They might not make playoffs. CLG, solo laners looking super inconsistent. You guys brought up earlier how they have 3 wins, but one of those is against FlyQuest and another one's against either Optic or Golden Guardians. Those games don't really matter, and then they're win over.
But one of them's against Echo Fox.
Yeah, the game against Echo Fox was 45 minutes of stall.
Yeah,
one
it was
team
weird.
might win. One team then they won. It's I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
So sorry, your mid-tier, can you say your mid-tier again? It was 100 Thieves, CLG, and Clutch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 100 Thieves has a better record right now than TSM.
Right, but TSM's wins and their trajectory, and even in their losses where they have these huge gold leads early on, they say more to me than what 100T's doing, where I just haven't been thoroughly impressed with their games.
Yeah, I personally agree with Sportsmanship's mid-tier.
Okay.
For right now.
What do you think it is?
I might not even include Clutch Gaming.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I've been
saying
Clutch is in the
pretenders.
same place as FlyQuest. So at least from a ranking standpoint. So
I guess I'm going by the end of the season, where I think throughout the rest of the season, I think Clutch Gaming consistently beats FlyQuest, Golden Guardians, and Optic. They'll take games off of and lose to CLG, 100T, and then consistently are going to lose to TSM, TL, Echo Fox, and C9, which is why I put them in the mid tier.
Am I crazy for thinking that Optic could be better than FlyQuest and Clutch?
I think so.
Yes.
I don't think. I think they're I think they're 1 to 2 moves away. I just don't think that this roster can do it. Zig is getting bodied so hard every game.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Do you listen to Arrow's comms? Arrow's comms are hilarious.
You talking about in the mic checks?
Yeah.
Well, that dude's partially crazy. I'm pretty sure.
I love it, dude. I want to see that team win more.
I think they could be a playoff caliber team if they just made a couple roster upgrades, and it's not clear what those upgrades are, given that we're partial way through the season. Maybe you're scooping down into academy, but I think they won't probably be a playoff team without some they might be their losses are close. You gotta give them that.
The big point of contention here in the mid tier that I personally see is 100T versus CLG, which is interesting because it's Afremu versus his former organization. I think that those two teams are very close in my mind. Personally.
I mean,
as the season goes on, as the season goes on, I think 100T burns out, so I'll give it to CLG, I guess, because like I said, I don't think they're going to be consistent enough with Ryu, Afremu, and Meteos all having troubles in the past with burnout. I don't see them sticking through the rest of the split, and then when one of them burns out, it's going to cause problems with the roster. All others will lose motivation. I just see that spiraling down.
I just think it's hard to bet on burnout. Meteos shouldn't burn. You could argue Meteos shouldn't burn out because he just came off of a really nice break. And whenever Doublelift had a break last year, he came back and looked pretty strong for all of summer. I feel like you could almost make the opposite argument, and especially if this team continues to show pretty good results, I would say positive results. I just don't I don't think that these guys are going to be like, oh, this is so terrible. Not only that, but we're also in a best-of-1 system, which the matches are a little less. I mean, I know it's
yeah.
It's just I know that it's still like you play 2 days or whatever, but I think it is just less intimidating.
Right. It's less prep, I think, for sure.
The difference with Doublelift and those other players I just named, though, is Doublelift, even when he burns out, which he did have troubles with the burnout, according to what he said, still looked like the best AD in NA or close to it, like at worst, second best. Whereas like all of the other players that are on 100T have burned out and looked like hot garbage before. Like Reuse had a split where he looked like a bottom tier mid. Afromoves like inted one split, like looked like really, really questionable in lane. And then like Meteos has like retired twice. Like and then like I'm just gonna like say one more thing and then right off because I gotta go do some homework and some other stuff. Golden Guardians is a trash org, and they should have picked up Vizichachi and Hillisang in the offseason because they wanted to come to NA as a duo. They were looking for a team. They couldn't find one. There's no reason why Vizichachi and Hillisang are still in EU and Matt and Lorlo on Golden Guardians. That's it. I'm out.
Okay. All right. Well,
Can I ask you one thing, Sportsmanship?
All right. What's up?
So you think Clutch Gaming will take the final playoff spot?
If I had to bet right now, I'd put it on CLG barely making it over 100T and Clutch Gaming, and I think there's no way they get out of quarterfinals.
But don't you need one more if you're grabbing the top?
Oh yeah, so like 100T and Clutch Gaming will fight for whatever the other one is, and whichever one of them makes it won't get out of quarterfinals. But it'll be 100T or Clutch Gaming for like that final slot.
It's really we've never had somebody hang up on us during the show.
Travis,
I want to keep talking to you. There's like a lot of questions here. This is good, and you're just bailing on us.
I'll call in next week.
Well, okay, we'll consider taking it.
I love you, Travis.
Travis is getting manhandled.
Bye, Sportsmanship.
Thanks, dude.
He'd already muted it. Like by the time you said thanks, dude, and I was saying goodbye, he'd already muted the mic and the headset. Like he was just done.
That's like he heard the parents coming up the stairs. And he's like, I gotta do homework.
Yeah, something. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. I'm flustered right now. All right,
should I go get someone else, or do you need a minute to read subs?
No. We should discuss. I mean, we should break down what he was saying. So first off, do we agree with that the idea that 100 Thieves is like they're just going to burn out? Because I kind of disagree with that. I think that that's like a really big leap to make, because
I think
there's really extenuating circumstances for most of the situations he talked about, and I don't even think that like Afro's poor play was because of burnout, or at least he never said that. Like it might have just been that Afro sucked during that time. Like players have ups and downs, so I think it's just like it's the type of thing where he wants to come up with the idea. He's like created an argument or like a reason to fit the argument.
I feel like Prawley is a coach, and I don't know this. I'm just saying this based off of sentiment and feeling. I feel like Prawley is a coach who would be really good at helping combat burnout because of his like personality and persona. And I think also if Nadeshot stays really engaged and keeps grinding like he is, I can tell you from actually that's gonna sound like way too like self-dignifying. I was gonna say I could say from
an esports expert, I know a lot about.
No. I was gonna say I could say from experience that when players see the owner around working hard all the time, it also helps motivates them, and that's what I was. Yeah, but
I get what you're getting at.
Yeah. Anyways, no, I wasn't gonna say owner. I meant when I say leader. Owner, I mean like leader. Yeah. You're going a different direction. When I say self-dignifying.
Was that not a hot shot thing?
No. I was saying because I used to be in the room and like working blah hard all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a team runner role. Like we don't. It's interesting because we don't use the word GM really in esports.
Right.
And previously we just said owners, but that doesn't make sense in a world where like a lot of the people don't own the teams anymore. But there's like a team runner term that I think
like a manager, just not general manager, but just manager.
Well, but except for like people like Hunter are more than just managers.
So you are including Hunter. I thought you were saying more like the day-to-day people who are like in the weeds with them.
Yeah, but do you think Nadeshot is a day-to-day guy in the weeds? Like no. I think that's more probably in like the other support stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever that guy's name is in the video, I can't remember. But yeah, that's. Anyways, we're off topic. I think the burnout thing is worrisome, but I'd be more concerned about that in summer than spring. Like if these guys get burnt out of spring in a franchise on a new team that's doing all right, then they should retire.
Yeah.
Just straight up. If you can't stay motivated through a season or a split, then they should probably retire.
Yeah.
Not to mention, sorry, there's a dog growling at me. Not to mention the fact, I live in a forest. Not to mention the fact that the interviews that I've done with these guys, I legitimately believe this. Sometimes people just say this, but I believe it. Like, they all seem to really like each other. Like, I get the feeling that the vibe on that team is, like, really positive. Everybody's having a good time. I don't think that's an environment you burn out on. You burn out on the teams where, like, nobody's talking because you're losing.
They might burn out in a different way. You know what I mean?
What? Anyway,
Mark got it.
it's just a very different environment, you know. So I don't buy that. I think Hunter T will contest, and I don't think that if they are the mid tier, like, they will be fighting to stay in the top tier, and they'll be competitive. I think Echo Fox and Hunter T have the potential to be the most interesting stories this split.